So, ladies and gentlemen, Dhanishta Nakshatra is something that we will do today. Okay, very powerful nakshatra. Okay, has its own pros and cons, has positives and negatives, associated with the Dhanishta, which we'll be sharing, right? And it will be a great experience for each one of you. I'll do a small first couple of slides from the presentation, and then I'll do it in the conventional way, and then we'll come back to Dhanishta again. So I'll share my screen with you people, and here we go. Dhanishta Nakshatra. So Dhanishta is called the star of symphony, right? Anyone who could define this statement, the star of symphony? Anyone?
A symphony is like an orchestra,
Mhm.
so very, I think, musical, and in chorus, very in tune.
In tune, okay. All right, we'll discuss this. Good. Okay, so the placement of Dhanishta is 23 degree of 20 minutes of Capricorn and 6 degree of 40 minutes of Aquarius. So it lies in the zodiac sign of Capricorn and Aquarius, 10 and the 11 number. Okay. And the nakshatra padas are Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Ruling planet is Mangal Devata, Mars. Okay. So this is the last nakshatra of Mars in the 27 nakshatra belt system. Motivation is dharma, Ayurvedic dosha is pitta, water retention in the body, okay, or water. Gana is Rakshas Gana. So Urdhva Mukha, looking upwards. Nakshatra. Quality is Chara, movable, changeable. Caste is the farmer, servant. Guna is Tamas, okay. And the Shakti is the Khyapatri Shakti, which is to give in abundance. Yoni is female lion or lioness. The body part is the anus part or the back or the excretion part. Activity is active. Element is Akash. Direction is east. And the sounds are Ga, Gi, Ku, Ge. So these are the signs that are associated with Dhanishta. This is just a small introduction I want to give you. I'll come back to the whiteboard, the thing I like the most. Ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you one thing, that people who are born in Dhanishta Nakshatra, they are born in Panchak. Okay. Have you heard this concept of, asking a Pandit ji during the death कि कहीं पे पंचकें तो नहीं लगी हुई हैं? You understand? Okay. So the Panchak nakshatras are basically 4.5 nakshatras, which has the third and the fourth pada of Dhanishta. Okay. So that means the Panchaka starts from Aquarius. From Aquarius, all the nakshatras up to Revati, the last nakshatras, are Panchak nakshatras. So third and the fourth pada of Dhanishta, and then complete Satabhisha, complete Purva Bhadrapada, complete Uttar Bhadrapada, and complete Revati. So these 4.5 nakshatras are Panchak nakshatras. anyone who dies in the Panchak Nakshatras, there is a special ceremony or an Anushthan or a Kriya which is done before their cremation. Otherwise, these Panchaks are also known as Dvipada and Tripada Panchaks, out of which the most dangerous are the Dvipada and the Tripada, which is Dhanishta 2 padas and Purva Bhadrapada all 4 padas. This is called Tripada and this is called Dvipada. If someone dies when the moon is transiting in any of these nakshatras, it is called Panchak. When moon is transiting in any of these nakshatras of any of these padas, it is called Panchak. And it is said, if the proper protocols are not followed, the person will take more people from the home. Like if it is a Dvipada, then 2 more deaths will happen within a year. And if it is Tripada, 3 more deaths and up to 5 deaths. So that is why, these nakshatras are difficult nakshatras when it comes to Panchak. The reason why this happens is because the last 2 houses, Aquarius and Pisces, Dhanishta nakshatra is the nakshatra which is moving from the earth sign to air sign. Okay, from the earth. So 2, 6, 10 is what signs? Earth. Okay, is it earth signs, right? And what about the air signs? What are air signs? Come on.
3, 7, 11.
3, 7, 11. Okay, so technically a soul will always move from the earth to the air and then finally to the ether or the jala completely, which is the last biomemory. So these 2 nakshatras and being last, pertaining to moksha and the last desire of a person, all the nakshatras are dangerous nakshatras because there is a strong feeling to go in the moksha, very strong feeling. It is there, the soul is just flying from the earth, and soul is so powerful when it exits that if she thinks that she wants to take more, will take more, right? And there are certain protocols and remedies specially invented in the South India to stop this process. Okay, so this is one of the introduction and application of the Dhanishta nakshatra, that if somebody dies and if you see moon is in the Dhanishta pada 3 or pada 4, you have to immediately call the Pandit and tell him the Kriya, that the Karam Kandi Pandit, that the person has died in the Panchaka, and the special ceremonies, they make 5 small, small deities kind balls, Panchak, and they do all that ceremonies, so that it is like giving those 5 things, 5 more, souls with that soul. Okay, so that Kriya is being done. Okay, and then since I am not a Karam Kandi, so I'm not authorized to tell you that. Okay, a Karam Kandi can tell you what is the mantra, what they're doing and how they are doing it, but then ideally we don't tell it. So Dhanishta last 2 padas, Shatabhisha, Purva Bhadrapada, Uttar Bhadrapada and Revati, they are what nakshatras? Panchaka nakshatras. Okay, right? Another piece of information, remember, easy to remember. The Panchaka starts from the nakshatras in the 11th and the 12th. Dhanishta, Satabhisha, Mangal, Rahu, right? Purva Bhadrapada, Uttar Bhadrapada. Brahaspati, Shani, and Buddha. These are planets that are involved. And I must tell you this, understanding this concept of a transition of a nakshatra from earth to air, there's one more point that comes. Since Dhanishta is associated with Mars, and this nakshatra of Mars is 50% is in the earth sign, and 50% it is in which sign? Air.
Air sign.
This makes Mars a great significator of a death which is unplanned, accidental death. अकाल मृत्यु का सबसे बड़ा सिग्निफिकेटर अर्थ से एयर तक ले जाने वाला मंगल है, याद रखना। जब भी आप किसी की अकाल मृत्यु, एक्सीडेंटल मृत्यु देखोगे, आप चंद्र के नक्षत्र को चेक करना, मंगल की एसोसिएशन को चेक करना, नॉट इन द लग्ना बट आल्सो इन द डिविजनल चार्ट्स। दिस इज अ वेरी एडवांस level of Jyotish, and it is taught to only those students who deserve it, because you will predict wrong, right? So akal mrityu, the accidental deaths, the karka is the mangala. It's very sharp nakshatra, and not specifically the dhanishta mangal. I'm just talking Mars as a whole. Okay, Mars planet as a whole. So if someone has to go in akal mrityu, or someone has that prarabdh, then the planet that will be contacted by that celestial force will be Mars. Okay, so this is some information about Dhanishta and Mars. Now come to the Dhanishta nakshatra. This nakshatra is 2 padas in 10 number Rashi, and there are 2 padas in the 11. So 2 padas are here in the Capricorn, and 2 padas are with the Aquarius. Both these Rashis have great energy of Saturn and Mars. Remember this. Now, imagine these are 2 such energies that are actually opposite to each other. These are 2 energies that always want to control each other. Whenever you have Mangalik person, the only planet that nullifies that Mangalik effect is the Saturn, if it is placed in the same houses. Saturn always tries to organize Mars, which is a very impulsive energy. So if you are born in the nakshatra of Mangal, and if your life partner is born in the nakshatra of Shani, you will always feel that you have a very controlling life partner whole life. Okay, this happens. Also, this gives you a great technical mind and lot of money and prosperity, this nakshatra. Why? Dhanishta, dhan means money, luxury, wealth. I mean, you can define it based on the yuga that you are living in. Ishta means something which is stable and permanent. Okay, which is stable and permanent. In my life, I have seen that even if somebody, especially moon in the Dhanishta or Surya or ascendant in the Dhanishta, even if they are born within average family, they will get circumstances that are fantastic the moment they are born. Such females, such daughters, when they are born, they bring prosperity to father, because they are bringing permanent dhan with them, which is just going to be a stable, wealth, which is going to be an unending wealth. And when you have that unending wealth coming to you, you also get few accompaniments with it. And the accompaniments of unending wealth is also name and fame. Okay, because when you get wealth, automatically people would start knowing you. When you have that wealth and money, if you purchase a golden chariot or a beautiful car, people will say किसकी है, कौन है, किसने खरीदी. That's the byproduct of dhan. That's something that you get, recognition, right? Samaj and society. That is why it is represented by drum, ढोलक. तो ढोलक और नगाड़े क्यों बजाए जाते हैं? जब खुशी होती है, when you have earned something, right? The only problem with the ढोलक is that it is hollow, बिल्कुल खाली होता है अंदर से, and दिखावा ज्यादा होता है, right? So wealth का मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप अंदर से भी संपूर्ण हैं. यहाँ से धनिष्ठा की नेगेटिव साइड शुरू होती है. I mean, you look very rich, you may be very rich, but deep inside, these people can feel empty and isolated. Okay, which is a quality of this drum. Now, the most important thing with the Dhanishta Nakshatra is they are associated with 8 Vasus. Okay, they are associated with 8 Vasus, and they are the rebirth sons of Dharma, right? और ये 8 Vasus basically 8 ऐसे एलिमेंट्स हैं जो आपको संपूर्णता देते हैं, completeness. You are completed, right? In terms of name, fame, money, health, bhakti, dan, daya, dharma, opportunity, blessings from the Pitris, everything. And these 8 Vasus are also the 8 directions. I must tell you those, right? So, north, south, west, east, and then we have northeast, we have Ishana, we have southwest, we have northwest and southeast, southeast and northwest. So that means this nakshatra has power of 8 Vasus, and when the wealth will come, it will come from all the directions. When name and fame will come, it will come from all the directions. Now, these Vasus have a principle. They are 8 in number, but they are attached with each other. It is like, one holds the other. Okay, that's the most important thing. Like one is like a container, the other one is like a dweller that goes inside. So let me write the names of 8 Vasus first, and then we'll understand the relationship between the container and the dweller. Vasu का मतलब है वास करना. वसु मेरे मन में जो वास करता है, वसु इज दैट, राइट? जो धरती और ब्रह्मांड में वास करती हैं चीजें, जो प्रॉस्पेरिटी देती हैं, वो 8 वसुएं हैं. टेक्निकली देयर आर 10 डायरेक्शंस. जब भी पूजा होती है तो 10 डायरेक्शंस की पूजा होती है, उसमें जो 10 डायरेक्शंस हैं उसमें 2 डायरेक्शंस जो हैं वो ब्रह्मा और विष्णु है ना? स्ट्रेट अप, so it is like a circle, they're straight up and straight down, so these vasus are like these, the 8 directions, they are moving like this. This is how the Brahmand is placed. These are the 2 9th and the 10th direction. We'll discuss this, you know, some other day, but I just want to give you the information. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the 8 vasus that you see here are, the first is like Apa. Okay, this is the first vasu. Then is the Dhara. Okay, then is the Dhruva. Then is the Soma, Anila, Anala, Pratyusha, and Prabhasa. One of them is a container and the other one is a dweller. I'll tell you what exactly is the meaning. So should I write here container and I'll write here dweller. Dwell करना, वसु मतलब वास करना. हाँ? So let me make the first combination. The first combination is Dhara. So Dhara means earth, Mother Earth, Dhara, earth, धरती. And धरती के अंदर किसका वास है? धरती के अंदर जो वास है वो अग्नि का है. And Agni is also known as Anala. Okay, this is also known as Anala. Okay, that's the first combination. So earth के अंदर अगर आप खोदेंगे तो you'll find lot of Agni. Okay, and this is very, very important vasu. Okay, which I'll explain you why. Because this vasu is associated with Krishna. Okay, very important. Because भागवत गीता में भगवान कृष्ण ने कहा कि वसुओं में मैं अग्नि हूं. तो सभी वसुओं में जो अग्नि वसु है वो भगवान कृष्ण है. जैसे उन्होंने कहा पेड़ों में मैं पीपल हूं, इसी प्रकार भगवान कृष्ण ने कहा है कि सभी वसुओं में से मैं अग्नि हूं और मैं धरती के अंदर रहती हूं और सबकी लाइफ फोर्स हूं. राइट, द टेम्परेचर, that's the most important thing. And it is the quality of the Agni that can purify everything. And that is why Mars is associated, because Mars is the carrier of the Agni. And that is why Mars gets exalted here in the second pada of Dhanishta. Okay, so now just a very deep meaning here. Mars is exalted. Okay, Surya gets 100% Digbal, directional strength. Surya is at the peak in the Capricorn. Okay, and Ketu feels liberated here. अगर किसी का केतु कैप्रिकॉर्न में हो और उसकी दशा शुरू हो जाए और वो दशम भाव में ही हो, उसका जीवन बदल देता है. बिकॉज केतु को मंगल और सूर्य की पूरी सपोर्ट मिलती है कैप्रिकॉर्न के अंदर. And Shani is showing the path of discipline and karma. That is what happened to me in my Ketu Dasha. My Ketu is in Capricorn. That is exactly what happened to me. Immensely, I became Krishna devotee. And that was a fire, a burn. एक अग्नि प्रज्वलित हो गई हमारे अंदर जो बुझ ही नहीं सकती. Because all these Vasus are immortal. Though they were cursed, which I'll explain you. The second pair that you see here between the container and dweller is Antariksha or Apa with Anila. So this is Antariksha and this is air. That's the second combination. The third combination is Prabhasa, which is sky, and Pratyusha, which is sun. So sun is in the sky. Okay, there is a difference between Antariksha and sky. Okay, I need not tell you that. Okay. Fourth, is Dhruva, which is also the pole star, which is the nakshatra, top, high, all the stars. Okay, and they have their moons. So the moon is Soma. Okay, so these are the containers and the dwellers. All these containers are dwellers are called Vasu, and the owner, the king of all these Vasus is called Vasudeva. Vasudeva. And who is Vasudeva? Who is Vasudeva?
Krishna.
Krishna, and ultimately Vishnu. Okay, ultimately Vishnu. So when you need wealth, when you need support from all the 8 directions, when you need support from all the 8 directions, the mantra that I give to my followers, and they take that very easy, is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. You understand what I mean now? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The prayer is to bring abundance from all the 8 directions. Surya is also Shiva. Okay, Surya is also Shiva. Remember this. Okay, and when you talk about all the 9 or all the 8 directions, in fact, you know all the devatas that are associated with these Vasus. Okay, there is Kubera, there is Yama, there is Varuna, there is Surya Devata, Soma, everyone from northwest to northeast, Ishana, Niruti, Pitra, everyone is there. So imagine the most powerful and the most strong mantra of this universe is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And when you need the power to fight a situation. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Okay, secret. Oh, another secret now. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. Okay, to fight a situation. Okay, very, very important. How can we fight a situation? That's how we fight a situation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Prosperity from all around situation. Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya. And when you have hidden enemies and you facing hidden problems, Om Namo Bhagavate Narayanaya. Oh, another secret. I mean, how many secrets are coming? From where? The 8th house, the 12th house. It all depends. Well, that's what Jyotish is all about. Now, since these were immortal, they were settled in their life, all the 8 Vasus, the energies of Vishnu, they were just wandering in the jungle. Okay. And one of the Vasus, okay, the wife of one of the Vasus saw a beautiful cow. The name of the cow was Nandini. And she was the cow of Rishi Vashishta. And she was the cow that used to give sweet and fragmented milk, which was very beautiful. So this Vasu somehow got convinced the Prabhasa and also convinced the other 7 Vasus to steal the cow. Vashishta came to know with his meditational skills and powers, and he reached there, took the cow back, and because they have done this adharma, all the 8 Vasus were cursed that you will have to go on the earth and take the Manushya Sharira. And that curse went ahead. Now this curse shows that no matter how powerful you are, if you do any adharma, you will have to come back to the Mother Earth. Following adharma has its own consequences, regardless of what powers you have. And that is where rishis are more powerful than devatas. Now Vasus are also smart. They had a deal with Ma Ganga. And the deal with Ma Ganga was that the time we are born, you will immediately drown us so that we can go back. The curse is only to come on the earth in the human form and then go back. And was accepted by Ganga. Ganga got married to Shantanu with an agreement that whatever I do in my life, you will just accept it silently, because it was all a Leela again. She did, because there was a curse to Shantanu also from the past life. It's a long story which I'll discuss some other day. And so when these children were born, she drowned all the 7 Vasus. Shantanu could not take it. He stopped Ganga to drown the last Vasu. And that is the time when Ganga left him, and that last Vasu was Prabhasa, known as Bhisham Pitamaha. of Mahabharat. And he actually became the king of Hastinapur. So the energy of Bhisham Pitama is associated with this nakshatra, which is the energy of great fighting skills, leadership qualities, independent, and at times helping the people who are adharmas, like Duryodhan. When Bhisham Pitama was actually killed, he was actually not killed by Arjuna. I must tell you that. He left his body himself. Point number one. Point number two, the role in his killing was done by a transgender called Shikandi. He was the main guy who did all this, because he said कि मैं किसी भी नापुंसक के आगे हथियार नहीं उठाऊंगा. He has his own dharma. This is one of the major reasons that Jupiter doesn't like such kind of a dharma called a dharma, and this is one of the reasons Jupiter feels debilitated in Capricorn. And as you know, Bhisham Pitama and this energy of Mars and Saturn together creates problem in marriage as well. 100%. Either you will be dominating or you will get someone who is extremely dominating and arrogant in your life as a life partner. 99.99% the females who have moon in Dhanishta, they select a wrong partner in their life initially. A partner which is exactly opposite to what they are. Exactly opposite. Because this is a very strong nakshatra. And you ask a strong person, that person will have fantasy of another strong person, but exactly opposite, not same. Because if they are same, they will not live together. So if you are white, you would like a black partner. And if you are black, you will like a white partner. That's the another fantasy of the Dhanishta nakshatra. And that starts from the body skin, the skin of color of the skin, and to the mind as well, and to the thoughts as well. Now, Bhishma Pitama has ruled Hastinapur for many decades, and eventually, since he was the Prabhasa, Mother Earth denied to take his body. That was the reason he requested Arjuna to make or to hit the arrows in a way that it can become the bed of the arrows. Because he was so strong, Bhisham Pitama, because he is one of the Vasus, that both earth and the sky denied to take him. And he was so powerful. But then once he was there on the bed of arrows for 58 days, he was waiting for the sun to go to the Uttarayan. Uttarayan means Uttar. Uttar means north. And on the moon Magha Ashtami, he left the body in presence of Krishna. Before he left, he had asked Krishna that I understand that I was supposed to go. I understand that I was supposed to leave this body. But beside all the 7 other Vasus, why I had got the maximum suffering? I'm basically lying on the bed of arrows for 58 days. So Krishna said, hey, look, all the karmas and why you get is my bracket. You don't have to worry. But then he requested again and he said, look, 10 births away, you were roaming in the jungle and there was a snake that you found. और आपने उस स्नेक को उठाकर एक झाड़ियों में फेंक दिया, मारा नहीं उसको, लेकिन वो कंटीली झाड़ियां थी. And this snake for almost 58 days was lying and eventually died. And every single day he said that the person should get the same death that I am getting. And he said, then why did it happen for so long? Why it happened now? Because he said that you never did anything wrong in any of your forms, but in this form, you have done 2 nonsense things and you have done 2 adharma. First is, आपने दुर्योधन का साथ दिया, और दूसरा आप दादा थे, आप बड़े थे, पिता थे, और आपने अपनी बहू, कुल वधू जिसे कहा जाता है, उसकी बेइज्जती होने दी, उसकी इज्जत जाने दी. You did not stop in between. You were just watching like others. जिसके कारण आपके जन्मों के जितने भी पुण्य थे वो सब खत्म हो गए. They were burnt. And this is what you're getting. Bhishma started crying and he held the hand of Krishna and said, just one last time. Now I'm happy that I'm going. All my karmas are settled. And I'll make sure that I'll not help or I will not support adharma. And he leaves his body. So the story is that no matter how strong you are, if Dhanishta people get money, Dhanishta people get prosperity, name and fame, but if they will not respect elders, their wife, their husband, or parently or parents or the figures that are like parents, they will have to suffer, because this is a very important nakshatra. The day you do something wrong, there is immense amount of suffering which is waiting, because Dhanishta is Vasu and Bhisham Pitama was one of the Vasus. Vasu is actually ray of light, goodness, Vas. The animal which is associated, which most of the Kali Yuga, the animal traits come in the human, is the female lion or lioness. Now, if you study female lion, in this prajati, it is the female lion who does all the hunting and the male lion sits back. It is the female lion who protects the kids, the cubs. So if you are a female with Dhanishta, you will always have a dream of being self-dependent, making food or hunting food herself. She doesn't like anyone else to cook. She wants to cook. And they always want to compete with their life partner. That is the most pathetic thing about Dhanishta. especially if you are a female and if you have sun or moon, especially moon in Dhanishta. They want to show themselves more intelligent, smarter, and hence the marriage suffers. There's always problems in the marriage just because of this, because they want themselves to be more like a female lion or a lioness. She thinks that she is the only one doing all the work in the world, because that trait has come from the female lions or the lioness, not female. They want their own rhythm. They make mistakes by choosing wrong life partners in the beginning, someone who is exactly opposite to what they are. They follow their own rules and tunes. And the last problem with Dhanishta I've seen is they neglect their health a lot. A lot. And they neglect to a level until it becomes chronic. That's what Dhanishta do. I can give you great examples of people who have planets in Dhanishta. Narendra Modi ji, Honorable Prime Minister of India, has Jupiter in the Dhanishta. Tina Ambani has Sun in Dhanishta. Kareena Kapoor, she's got Ketu in Dhanishta. You see the kind of life partner she has chosen for herself, the difference. Okay, a divorced person, right? Okay, am I correct? All right, so Ricky Ponting is another guy, the cricketer. Salman Khan has moon in Dhanishta. You see, now you can understand what kind of a person. Shri Devi has Saturn in Dhanishta. One beautiful thing about Dhanishta is they have beautiful eyes, because the lioness has very beautiful eyes. They want to be self-dependent. Shri Devi has one of the most beautiful eyes. You know, those aggressive people, the aggression is coming from Mars. But if a lady or a female marries a person who has moon in the Saturn nakshatra, that is the only person who could control this Mars energy. Nobody else. Because Saturn will slow down this Mars. That's the theme of Dhanishta. The another bird which is associated is the peacock. And peacock is the national bird of India. Which means name, fame, and they are independent. And whenever it is raining outside, they would want to go out in rain immediately. It is like they start dancing when it is raining outside. Even if they're not practically dancing, you know, these people with mentally dancing. Another problem with the lioness is कि शेर घास तो नहीं खाता है, लेकिन शेर किसी और के द्वारा किया गया शिकार है उसको खा लेता है. So these people can use other people to reach to next level. These are all negative sides of Dhanishta. But the positive side is that they'll be loyal only after they get married, not before that. Okay, and also they have everything in abundance because of Mars and because of lioness energy. Sexually, they will always be more active than their life partner. Okay, be it a male, be it a female. They'll be more demanding and they'll be more active. Another story, which is attached with this is a Dhruva, the pole star story. So the story goes like this, that Dhruva was sitting in the lap of his father, and the stepmother of the Dhruva said, you don't deserve this. And only God can give you this, this throne or this kingship. And Dhruva was disappointed and he left and he started wandering. He met Narada, the great Muni Narad. And he said, hey, look, you are only 5-year-old. You should not go to jungle to find a god. But then he was adamant. And for 6 months, Dhruva did a mantra given by Narad. And he did that mantra, and that mantra make him get the darshans of Vishnu ji. And that mantra was Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Imagine. And there he was liberated. So this is the mantra of liberation as well. And he was one of the Vasus. And he's the most and the highest shining star, the pole star. And there are so many other things. So if these people become avid devotees of Vishnu ji and they chant this mantra, including Vishnu Sahasranama, which is also associated with Bhishma, because he spoke Vishnu Sahasranama on the 11th Tithi, of the Magha. So there are so many things that are associated, which shows that this nakshatra is abundance of money, wealth, self-independent, and then there are some negative parts as well. So if you have a daughter which is born with the Dhanishta, it is time to celebrate because she is going to bring a lot of wealth. If you have wife, then it is again time to celebrate because she is going to bring a lot of wealth and prosperity. Every coin has two sides. And there will be prosperity, name, and fame from all the 8 directions. This is, ladies and gentlemen, what I understood from the Dhanishta Nakshatra. We have a presentation on this. The presentation is exactly on what I have said. And the remedies are Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Rudraya, Om Namo Bhagavate Narayanaya, and Vishnu Sahasranama. And Shiva has actually controlled all these nakshatras. And Shiva has also controlled all the Panchak nakshatras as well. So if you are born with Dhanishta, along with Vishnu, you should also go to Shiva temple every day, and you will get all the blessings of life from Shiva. If you have planets associated, you can try this in your life. If you have planets associated with Dhanishta, these 8 directional lords are also called Dikpalas. They are all the Dikpalas of the Vastu as well. And when they start blessing you, they can give you immense amount of health, wealth, and happiness, and lots of prosperity. Now, since you people are not doing any homework, I would request you to do some homework. Every time I'm doing a nakshatra, I'm requesting you people to place different planets in the different padas and try to understand the permutations and combinations. Write it on a piece of a paper, put it in the group, discuss, help each other, because only few people from you will become astrologers and jyotishis. Others will not. The people who will become jyotishis and astrologers will be the people who have done this work. People who have, right to fail and then get up and then win again. This is only going to, I'm looking at each one of you. I'm watching. My Guruji used to watch the group of 80 people and he knew that who is going to be there. Every single lecture, I used to make cue cards, used to put different planets. My prediction, my combination went wrong, and I'm happy they went wrong, because when they went wrong, next time they were right, because I knew where the hell I was making the mistake. You people are not doing it. If I'll spoon feed you a couple of combinations in this class, you will not be able to retain them. You will tell me, if I ask you, anyone from here, if I ask about 10 different things about Magha or Hasta or Uttar Falguni, how many of you remember? You don't. You'll have to go back to your notes, which is not a good idea. You have ample time when you look at charts, look at nakshatras, padas, to make combinations. And the biggest thing, the biggest assets you people have is your family member charts. If you're doing proper sadhana, you can go back and see. You'll find planets in there. And try to make combinations. Only then, because Jyotish is not for everyone. It is not allowed to everyone. It is only allowed to those people who can research and develop. That's what my Guruji used to say. That's what he said, I'll never spoon feed you. He said, I will only feed those people who will cook for me first, and then I can give them some food. This is the Guru Parampara in all the ashrams. You have to cook the food for your Guru first, and then Guru will allow you to eat. This is how you learn Jyotish. By reading a book on kidney, and you know everything about the kidney, you do not become a nephrologist. I must tell you this. You become a nephrologist when you practically treat kidneys. Simple. So if you read books and listen to my lectures, no, I want you to practice and make sound in the group. Do not be silent. All right. So this is what I have for Dhanishta. I'm open for questions. Okay. We have people from Dhanishta here. How much it matches with the life?
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Sir, it matches perfectly. And really, it's a kind of an eye opener when you actually know this aspect that sometimes you have everything but still feel hollow. And that sense
Correct.
comes from where, nothing makes you not complete. It always feels that something is incomplete.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's a bigger.
मतलब धनिष्ठा वालों कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है सब कुछ होते हुए भी कुछ नहीं है. That's the biggest problem. Yes, Simriti.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Sir, definitely when I was born, after that, not immediately, but within 3 years after my birth, my father got everything like in inheritance suddenly, and it was very sudden.
Yeah.
And I when I got married into this family, after
Yeah.
but I even when my mother-in-law got married, they went up, and when I got married, I brought like everyone from India to US kind of.
Yes,
That's what.
आपके पेरेंट्स डाउन हो गए होंगे और आप ऊपर हो गए होंगे सारे.
हाँ सर, और मतलब ऐसा हुआ था एंड मतलब ये हो रहा है अब कि जो भी मेरे साथ कनेक्ट हो ही जा रहा है वो बाहर आता जा रहा है मेरे इन लॉज साइड पे.
Yes, yes, that's so good.
यस सर.
Great, well done. Yes, Amita ji.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Sir, this is actually for my father. So his Rahu is in Dhanishta
Yeah.
and very hardworking person. He did very well for himself, and with God's grace, he was able to lift himself out of where he was.
Yeah.
But like Srinivasji said, he has always felt hollow. He's
Yes.
never felt like he has achieved anything.
Yes.
So yes,
And I mean, I want to ask, did he had heavy thighs?
not really. So contrary, actually. So he was an athlete, and so.
So the energy from his is not coming from the drum, it is coming from the flute, because flute also represents Dhanishta, which is
okay.
also like a Kundalini Jagran.
Okay.
And how many holes are there in the flute?
7, sir.
Yes.
Uh,
And what are those 7 things? Are the 7 chakras?
7 chakras or
And
Sare.
this- or the Sat Sur. Great, fantastic. So either they'll have very, very thin thighs like a flute. They look like a flute, you know,
Yes.
when they, or they look like a drum.
Bilkul, sir, like a flute, never put on weight in his lower body or upper body. And yeah,
So these are the 2 different things that represent Dhanishta, a flute and a drum. So either they look like a drum or they look like a flute.
okay, so he looks like a flute, and my son, somehow my son and my father's kundli are so close that it's almost eerie. So
Yeah.
my son's Rahu is also in Dhanishta.
Yeah.
And right now, I can't tell if he's between because as a child he was really round, but now that he's becoming taller, he
Yeah.
looks his legs are skinny right now.
Yes, it works like that. Yeah. Great. Yes, Dr. Pooja. You want to say something, Dr. Pooja? Oh, no, I don't think so. Okay, Sweta.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Are you able to hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you, Dr. Pooja. Yes.
Sir, I have Mercury in Dhanishta.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing which Simranji said, that when I got married,
Yeah. We can't hear you. Your voice is breaking. I think you're
one
traveling.
thing,
Okay.
sorry, sir.
We can't hear you. There's some network issue with you, because I think you are at a place where there is network problem.
No, sir, now, right now, I'm
Yeah.
at home only.
Okay, yeah, please tell me.
And second, I have thighs like a drum. I have high
Yes.
thigh, heavy
Yes.
thighs. That also is
Yes.
matching my physical entity, and I was an athlete also.
Yeah.
These are
Great.
the characteristics which are met.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, Shubh.
Yes, sir. Sir, in Dhanishta, I do not have any planet, but I have ascendant in,
Yeah, that
Dhanishta.
is the blueprint of your life. Okay, when you have ascendant. So
Yes.
overall, that wealth and aggression, that
Yes.
self-independenceness will always be there in your life.
Right, sir. What I understand in this class, people will born on, normal family, but they will, achieve their goal and
Yes.
other things,
100%. They'll raise themselves very well, as Amitaji said.
Okay, sir. That's what
Great.
I
Great,
want.
great.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Sweta. Hare Krishna, we can't hear you. I'm sorry, we can't hear you, Sweta.
Hello.
Okay, tell me.
सर आ रही है आवाज अभी?
No, it is breaking. We can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, next Rashmi ji.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
So my Saturn is in Dhanishta in first pada.
Yeah.
And whatever you said, आपने जो कुछ बोला मुझे लग रहा था आप मेरे बारे में ही बोल रहे हैं.
जी.
Like I like to cook myself.
Yeah.
I was born. मेरे भी फादर को काफी मतलब प्रमोशन मिला. He was not in a government job. टीचिंग में थे. तो वो he was able to open the new department और
Yeah.
यूनिवर्सिटी से जितनी सैंक्शंस थी जो नहीं आ रही थी
जी.
वो मेरी बर्थ के बाद उन्हें मिली. एंड ही ऑलवेज कंसिडर्ड मी एज अ लकी. मतलब वी आर 3 ब्रदर सिस्टर. मेरे को वो सबसे ज्यादा पसंद करते थे इसीलिए कि मैं उनके लिए लकी बहुत रही. और व्हेन आई गॉट मैरिड मेरे भी हस्बैंड जो हैं वो किसी ट्रबल में थे. ऑल
जी.
इंडिया सर्विस में रहे वो. तो कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स थी और शादी के बाद 2 साल के अंदर ही वाज आउट एंड ही रीच टू द टॉप.
यस. अच्छा, एक चीज और मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा. जैसे जैसे मैं जब शनि या केतु धनिष्ठा में देखा है, आपको मैंने अभी एक स्टोरी बताई कि जिसमें गंगा जी ने अपने 7 औलादों को, जो 7 वसुएं थी, उनको ड्राउन कर दिया था, डुबो दिया था, मार दिया था. तो यू नो आपके मदर के कोई नेचुरल अबॉर्शन हुए या ऐसा हुआ कि आपने जन्म कहीं लिया हो और आपने अपनी बाकी जिंदगी कहीं और बिताई हो?
जी सर. मैं मेरा जन्म हुआ था मथुरा में.
जी.
और मैं 6 मंथ्स की थी. उसके बाद मेरे फादर मुरादाबाद में ले आए थे मुझे.
जी.
और मुरादाबाद में मैं रही. मेरी स्कूलिंग ग्रेजुएशन वगैरह सब मुरादाबाद में ही हुआ. तो बर्थ प्लेस से तो मैं दूर रही, मतलब मुरादाबाद में रही.
जी.
और 18 इयर्स की एज में मैं मुरादाबाद से भी बाहर चली थी.
राइट. मदरलैंड से दूर जाना, मातृभूमि से
मातृभूमि
दूर जाना,
हम्म.
मातृ से. और कभी कभी नक्षत्र इतना स्ट्रांग होता है कि माँ से ही बंदा दूर हो जाता है, बायोलॉजिकल मदर से.
हाँ सर, मैं दूर रही. अभी ऑफ लेट फादर की डेथ के बाद मैंने माइग्रेट किया इधर मुरादाबाद. तो मैं हाँ शुरू से 18 इयर्स के बाद से आई केम बैक व्हेन आई वाज से 54.
Yeah,
I
so
came.
that's
हाँ.
another theme that I've seen with Tanishta. या तो उनका मदर के साथ बहुत अच्छा रिलेशन होगा, या मदर उनके लिए ऐसी सिचुएशंस पैदा कर सकती है जो एम्बैरेसिंग हो. उसके भाई बहन उसके लिए ऐसा सिचुएशंस पैदा कर सकते हैं जो एम्बैरेसिंग हो.
हाँ सर, मेरे ब्रदर सिस्टर ने कई बार ऐसी सिचुएशंस करी. बट सब कुछ होते हुए भी सर आई डू एवरीथिंग फॉर माय ब्रदर एंड सिस्टर.
दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. ये होता है, एंड दैट इज वेयर द मैरिज कैन गो फॉर अ टॉस.
या यू आर राइट. मेरे हस्बैंड से कॉन्फ्लिक्ट रहता है मेरे ब्रदर और सिस्टर्स को लेके या फैमिली को लेके.
इट विल ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, बिकॉज ये होगा ही.
एंड सर एक चीज और मैं शेयर करना चाहूंगी कि पीपल से दैट आई एम, मतलब मैं गोरी हूँ. आई डोंट कंसिडर माई सेल्फ गोरी. मतलब मैं बट आई ऑलवेज लाइक, मुझे गोरे लड़के या आदमी पसंद नहीं है.
Yeah, that is
आई
there.
ऑलवेज लाइक डार्क कलर. बहुत डार्क कलर नहीं, लेकिन हाँ मुझे अपोजिट. एंड सेकेंडली माई थाइज आर हेवी सर.
Yes, yes.
एंड एक चीज और भी है सर कि आई एम मतलब पीपल का, मतलब मेरे अपने सर्कल में, ऑफिस में, एवरीवेयर दे से कि यू शुड नॉट, मतलब आपको लड़की नहीं लड़का होना चाहिए था. लाइक आई एम so independent and so fearless.
Female Dhanishta, if you have Chandra or Surya or Shani, at times they can be like a flute or they can be like a drum. Drum जोर जोर से बजता है. या तो वो बहुत ऊंचा हैवी आवाज में बात करने की कोशिश करेंगे या बिल्कुल बांसुरी की तरह बहुत स्मूथली बोलेंगे. इन दोनों के बीच में कोई आवाज नहीं होती उनकी. Either they are very loud or they are very very sweet.
Exactly sir, आपके सेंटेंस वही है जो मेरे एक बॉस ने कहा था. लाइक रश्मि, तुम या तो इतना लाउड बोलोगी कि कोई बोल ही नहीं सकता तुम्हारे सामने, या तुम इतना स्लो, मतलब लाइक ये है सर. दिस इज ट्रू. एंड लास्टली सर, मेरे को हमेशा ये फीलिंग रहती है कि मतलब मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं है, दो मेरे पास किसी चीज की कमी नहीं है, बट एक हॉलोनेस की फीलिंग रहती है कि
Always.
ऑलवेज.
Right. And would you and you also like to compete with your life partner?
नो सर,
Okay, that is good. You
दिस इज द
said
ओनली थिंग, दिस इज द
Yeah,
ओनली थिंग. मैंने
that is-
कभी लाइक
you know why? Why? Because you have Saturn in Dhanishta. अगर आपका चंद्र धनिष्ठा में होता तो आपके साथ ये होता, you always compete with your life partner, like a Linus does.
एंड आई ऑलवेज सर, मेरी फैमिली में मैं ही हूँ लाइक फॉर हस्बैंड ऑल्सो. जो वो लाइनस वाली बात है ना, ये कई लोगों ने बोली. आई डू एवरीथिंग टॉप टू बॉटम, आई डू एवरीथिंग. एंड माई हस्बैंड इज वेरी हैप्पी कि तुम हो तो मुझे किसी चीज की चिंता ही नहीं.
जी, जी.
That's it.
Very nice. Yes, Nandita.
Guruji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So I don't have any planets in Dhanishta, but I have a friend who has their Rahu in Dhanishta in the third pada of Libra.
Yeah.
And I've noticed something that it's a person that is very self-confident, very engrossed in a lot of the materialistic things. But ever
Yeah.
since the Saturn Madasha started, they've been going through a lot of difficulties, and it almost seems like, and it makes sense that their ego is breaking, because I'm
Yeah.
assuming Saturn and in Libra is exalted, so it's making them face all their karma. And
I want to interrupt you here 1 second, because then I'll forget. Because अगर धनिष्ठा नक्षत्र के लोगों में शनि की दशा चलेगी, शनि will break their ego badly many times.
yes, that's exactly what that person's going through. And their Rahu is in Dhanishta, so there's a lot, and it's also it's a Cancer ascendant, so sitting in Scorpio, so a lot of the things.
And you
that
know
go-
what? You were born in Anuradha.
Yes.
Anuradha is a nakshatra that belongs to Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
The only person that can control that Dhanishta person is you.
Yeah, it seems that way. So yeah, they have explored all their dark side, and then realize now, that the ego is breaking. And so my question is, because I'm always geared towards this whole Ketu Rahu access. So the Dhanishta people have the ability, again, to be spiritual. This transformation that they're going through, the breaking of their ego, could it be possible that they can finally balance? Because Ketu being strong there in Maga, can they really balance that? Or will they always be materialistic?
They'll follow the path of dharma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but they won't get into highest level of spirituality. The highest level of spirituality is only with Anuradha.
Right.
That is where they lack. That is where they suffer. That is where they do adharma. They say,
Yeah.
मैं practically ठीक हूँ ना, मैं भगवान को आप मानते हो, मैं आपके साथ हूँ, मुझे मत बोलो ये सब माला वाला करने को.
Yeah, that's exactly what that person says. Like, I respect what you're doing, but and I will never question it, but I'm open to, and I'll listen and take what you're saying with great depth, but don't ask me to do it.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Great. Okay,
Thank you.
Swapnil.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Guruji, I want to share one thing.
Yeah.
One of my cousin brothers have Mangal and Lagna both in Dhanishta.
Mm-hmm.
Lagna is in Dhanishta Pada 2 and Mangal is in Dhanishta Pada 1. And he is very, very impulsive. Like, बात पे वो एक ही चीज कहता है कि मुझे गुस्सा आ रहा है. And I'm angry. And I will hit that person.
That is so true. That is correct.
Also, he is a die-hard devotee of Saturn.
Yes. These people will do what? These
He is
will
a die-hard
always,
devotee of
these
Saturn.
people will always give food items and help the labor class. जो जमादार आएगा उनकी मदद करेंगे, या कोई भी जो और वो बहुत respectful लोग होते हैं. People, especially the poor people or the labor class people, वो शनि का साक्षात रूप है और उनकी पूजा करनी चाहिए. राइट। और धनिष्ठा लोग उनकी पूजा सबसे ज्यादा करेंगे, उनको खाने को देंगे, और यही उनके जीवन में उनको अबंडेंस देता है। जब आप किसी कूड़ा उठाने वाले की या किसी गरीब की या किसी डिसेबल पर्सन की मदद करते हो, तो सारी वस्तुएं आपको धन देती हैं।
जी गुरुजी।
Okay. All right. So I hope you liked the lecture.